years later, the laws were changed, and the cities were given the authority to tax, the structures to be able to guarantee this kind of public-private partnerships. And so when they went back, he said, I told you I'll give you X amount of money. No, I'll give you 10 times as much, because I think this should be a model for the world. They were even more surprised. So anyway, he gave away all the money. And when I look back at IIIT, we didn't have an Andrew Carnegie or a Stanford, but we did have two chief ministers who were very, forward-looking. Chandrababu Naidu started it. He gave all the land and everything for 1 rupee lease. And then when Dr. Rajshekar Reddy came, he didn't say that was created by the previous CM, I'm going to kill it or something. He had the vision to say, here is an institution that's succeeding, I will support it further. And we went and asked him for all the land because we could not, and he said, there were like 60 or 70 acres of land. He gave us all the land, and he said, and he was at the convocation, he said, I have given the largest bequest, I've given you 960 crores, because at that time the land was selling at 15 crores per acre. And so I said, can we sell 1 acre of this? So because we desperately need the money. It turns out the problem with this land, it's a public trust. You can't sell it, you can't do other things, you can't exploit it. You have to simply use it for the public. And in that sense, while we are rich, we are poor. And IIIT needs equivalent benefactors, basically. And the government, since then, have been very supportive. But the biggest problem turned out to be, you take Usmania University. The annual budget of Usmania University is 180 crores. Okay? And Usmania University has been here for a long time. They're nowhere among the top 10. I looked at when I saw all the institutions in Andhra Pradesh, combined Andhra Pradesh, not one of them were not even in the top 50. So here, all of a sudden, we have a crown jewel that has been created in our midst through a series of fortuitous circumstances, and we need to find a way of nurturing it and keeping it and maintaining it and going forward. And I've been kind of scratching my head saying, how do we do this? It's not possible. Nobody has deep enough pockets to do this. In fact, the central government recognized it. At that time, Rajiv Shah, who was the member secretary of Planning Commission, said, the only educational model that's working is IIIT Hyderabad.